Timber Saw and Invoker banned. Oh, that Timber Saw. I'm going to stand on this hill, Trent. I'm not going to die on this hill. I'm going to stand up and hold my flag for a little bit here. I don't know that Timber Saw is worth that early ban unless you're going to open with something that is like, wow, we have to take Timber Saw with our fourth to counter this. Because it doesn't seem like teams want to open with it.
They're probably just going to take Centaur, I would guess.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, honestly, what stops you from just taking Centaur first pick? Is there anything that, I mean...
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you don't take it, Unknown will take it in a 2-3, I feel like.
Yep. Snapless Centaur. Pretty common opener.
Okay, there you go.
I actually feel like you need to pick Centaur here, or else you're giving it away.
Yeah, deny it. Totally. But with first pick, I don't know about the Timber Saw. It's like if Unknown takes Timber Saw here, you still have 4 picks to counter it, and that should be enough. But we'll see. They take the Earth Spirit, so it might be this Centaur Snapfire combo. It was deadly yesterday.
Interesting.
I was wondering if they would take the Mars in response to a Centaur +1. But instead, Unknown value the Mars more highly. And I guess in a sense, it's good versus the Centaur, right? We talk about the arena not allowing the Stampede, but Mars' stock has also been plummeting a little bit in recent matches.
10 seconds remaining.
All things equal, I'd rather have the Centaur, I think, pretty much every time. And now they pick up the Lena. So saw Thunder Predator do this in both of their games. The second pick Lena with 10th pick.
Now that's a hero.
I'm stunned.
That's Mars' friend, I think, lately. The North America is all about the fatal bonds in the arena.
Yeah. I saw that 1 in a million screenshot, the Warlock pentagram with fatal bonds.
Yes. Yeah, that was good.
That was like NFT level of moments in Dota. That was pretty cool. I'm still a little shocked, though. Maybe we're talking about Centaur too much, but like, what the hell, man? Is he going to get banned in this phase? I sure hope so.
I mean, not by Infamous, right? Because that Mars is... I guess Mars could be middle, but...
Well, that would be pretty crafty right now. If you're willing to run the Mars 4 even, potentially, you could really have something going with a Lena, Mars, and a Centaur.
And remember, we've seen Lena in 2, 4, and 5 now. So she's she's bending over backwards, man. She's like playing that Viper status. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I just hope if they play Corlina and Unknown, they either pick Centaur 2 or they ban it, because I think it's really tough for Lena. Just having everyone run at you. You really want to have her space as Lena.
Yeah, that goes against her philosophy, you know?
Yes. So they take the Tro.
10 seconds remaining.
Do you take Lifestealer if you're Unknown, just because he also gets out of that arena?
Yeah, I think that's the other ban. It's just the standard stuff that we go towards.
Also pretty good in Fast Bomb on the Earth Spirit. I think that's really nice.
I think Oracle could be an okay ban here too, or any sort of like dispels with the Fatal Bonds. The Abba's still in, so we might have with a 5 Abba on Unknown too. I feel like he's pretty good.
Mr. Oracle.
Ten seconds.
And then we got ban into pick.
5 seconds.
Feels like we don't really have a great answer to Earth Spirit in the 4v4 matchup. You know, there used to be like, you see Elder Titan and you instantly think like Clockwork. Okay, I could, that used to be the answer, but Earth Spirit doesn't really have an equivalent, I feel.
Tusk is kind of as close as we get, and they're still very different. It kind of feels like against Earth Spirit, though, Tusk is beefy enough that he's at least not afraid of him, right?
Tusk is a good example.
Trade blows.
Yeah.
I don't have another one besides that, though. Maybe Ogre, kind of.
Kind of
really see
ET
Ogre
in itself, actually. ET is generally pretty good.
Oh, they actually go for the Lifestealer ban. Okay.
Yeah,
the 3 go-tos against Mars,
That leads PL, though. So they might want to take the Lesh.
I think Infamous are eyeing up a potential Spectre with this Warlock. That's where my brain goes when I see an early Warlock like this.
It's pretty standard. Since Spectre is not really an aggressive hero at all, you might as well just double down. I just dislike when players go for a Warlock and you have a Nursa or like a hero that wants to play aggressive but can't, because Warlock is...
Did you know statistically...
he does have some harass.
Spectre is actually one of the the best matchups for Earth Spirit. He actually likes matching up versus Spectre and Morphling. It's like the two biggest percent advantages the hero gains in pubs.
Really?
Yeah. Makes sense, I think, because of like the general pacing of those two heroes in pubs. I would say that's very different in pro games.
They break games early in pubs if they're going to break the game, and then it devolves. Yeah. That's people give up in pubs way more quickly than they do in the pros. That's
also
for
true.
damn sure. I don't see many GG at 10 minutes here in our DPC games.
Man, I just want to play Brewmaster right now watching all these games. I don't know. I see this Warlock, and I don't think it's necessarily a good enough counter for a pro game. I think that thing's a little overrated for the mass dispel, but it is very satisfying when you hit it.
Mm-hmm. You just feel like you accomplished something.
Yeah.
Right? I'm all of those fatal bonds going out.
I just want to see Brew in a game or two so we can get a bearing of how he is. Yeah, like I don't think the hero is just dumpster level, shouldn't be picked at all. I mean, he's definitely got more merit than that.
The problem is we have too many good offlaners. Like we get through this Mars and this Centaur. Like Centaur's still in first off, and then we still like Tidehunter's amazing right now too. I think still the axe you were talking about feels nice.
See these Underlord
Legion's
bands
good with that stupid
out.
shard.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're totally right.
A
lot of good offlaners.
I'm kind of confused with this Phoenix pick. I'm not like it's good with Mars, but does this mean Lena's gonna be
Infamous turn.
I think it kind of breaks fights with the golems.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, we were just talking about this.
Oh, it can actually become Warlock, huh? Get those fatal bonds off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, then you're stuck as Warlock.
Similar argument that we made, but having heal can be okay. Wraith King has problems with mobility, and I like these kind of Morphling-esque heroes that can just run around on him. But yeah, Quap's some really good team fight now. Warlock, Earth Spirit, and Queen of Pain. This mid-game is going to be real solid for the 5v5s.
I'm out on this hero. I don't think this hero's good.
Is that just pure damage versus Morphling, though? Isn't that the whole thing here?
Yeah, I think that's the logic, but it's just like I feel like everything about this hero was just worse after the patch, and I feel like there's just better options. Like why did they pick Queen and then ban Kunkka? I feel like I'd rather just have a Kunkka.
Well, I don't have a good counterpoint there, bud.
The only player that made Quap look playable was Chryslok. I think he's the only win with Quap in SA in both divisions. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, statistically, the hero's doing fine, so it obviously can't be like horrendous or anything, but I don't know. I mean, she does sync up really well with Fatal Bonds. I guess there is some merit to just being really easy to stack on to like, oh, there go the bonds, there goes my ulti. Just slapping everything on top of each other like a big old layered cake of delicious team fight.
Debate. I think Mariano played offlane Quap in the past.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
can we just make Centaur though?
Certain he did. Yeah, it is open.
I mean, you know, they didn't first pick it and they get it ninth. I feel like I'm kind of okay with that.
10 seconds remaining.
That feels like a gift.
Actually, if they had last pick on Infamous, I would be fine with this Quap debating as offlaner, but they don't, so...
Well, I mean, Unknown banned Storm, sort of implying that they think it could be a debate also.
Yeah.
I think it's a good read.
They just wanted to hit him with the, we know. We're not stupid. It's a confidence ban right there.
We did our research. So why are they lacking here? Their push is pretty mediocre.
Yeah, building hitting's relatively weak. True.
I'm just seeing centaurs. I'm seeing whole families of centaurs here.
Stampeding around.
Oh, yeah.
The clip-clop of mighty hooves.
When you get that stack and it's two centaurs in the jungle and you see centaur over there, they take the Veno instead.
Oh.
Okay. I guess still potentially open-ended, though.
Now, you said it was Prada who was playing this, right? From Unknown?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
But then you would have to...
They just steal it away. So this will be a 3.
I wonder if they would play this as 5, but I don't think they have the lineup, right? They would have to play mid-air spirit or some really weird.
Yeah. We got issues at that point.
Position here. Yeah. Warlock 4. I don't think that's really what you want.
Man, why are we picking Veno? They're pretty mobile overall, aren't they?
Tidehunter.
And Tide's a perfect choice to tie this together. I don't
it's
understand it
mid?
either.
Oh, Mars mid.
Mariano on the Veno, so KXY will be the one to take the Queen of Pain. Timo Morphling.
Wow.
I don't know, guys. I think I'm favoring Unknown here. Certainly by lineup. I like what they've got. Both teams with really good team fight. I mean, this should be a really exciting mid game.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, man. I like Trent. I think Quap is a little underwhelming. Definitely heroes that seem more stable. Venomancer versus Morphling. I don't really understand their lineup. It might just be me, but I'm going with Unknown.
I just see like an attempt at very high tempo with the Earth Spirit and the Queen of Pain, and then whenever they go for the big objectives, they're going to be backed up by the golems and just like planting wards, so it'd be kind of hard for Unknown to fight. They have kind of minimal cooldowns, sort of on both sides. I mean, there's like a couple big ones like the golems and the Ravage, but between the Queen of Pain, the Earth Spirit, and even the Veno, they can push sort of whenever they want.
Quap and Venomancer are pretty long, man.
Yeah, well, I guess I just view it like you don't necessarily need the ulti every time for those heroes in comparison, but
I'm just too cynical on Quap.
I'd just rather be Unknown, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I think she'll have a really good start, and the mid game will be fine. But the thing is, she only has to get caught like a couple times at key moments. Then the hero just takes a nosedive. You have Mars, you have Lina, you got Morphling. Ravage has this really long stun radius that can set up a stun chain on her. I don't know, man. It looks challenging, but we'll see. I want to see this Venomancer pop off. Infamous versus Unknown, game 1. This is a big series. Both these teams desperate, hungry for a win early on in this league format. I'm excited to see what happens, gentlemen. All right, cool. Looks like you guys are...
I thought I wasn't sure if it's throwing to me or asking the panelists what they thought about it. Anyway, I love Warlock, I love Wraith King, Infamous all the way, Theban. It looks like a pretty damn good team fighting matchup between these two squads. Are you leaning one way or the other, though?
Is Team Ride or Die with Wraith King back, Gary? Is that what you're telling me?
Because he has a
the
Warlock.
boys back? Yeah, I mean, the previous game we saw already, it was freaking amazing. This game,
that's true.
I see some cool stuff happening, Gary. Unknown, taking a page out of Thunder Predator's book after getting absolutely demolished by them, picking that Lina position 4. And I love this hero right now. I think it's got buffed up quite a bit in the last few patches. I'm not too sure it's a good mid hero, but as a support, I can see a lot of potential. Infamous, though, they got that Warlock. Warlock is actually one of the better heroes against Lina. You just heal your carry, sit behind him, keep funneling the tangles into the Wraith King, and that's it. Wraith King's gonna free farm in the lane, I think, unless they make some really bad misplays. So, maybe quite an even draft, I would say, in the end.
Definitely feels that way, yeah. Especially when you're looking at Fatal Bonds, you always love to have these kind of tanky heroes that you chuck it on and then damage them and spill it out onto these other ones. But you got Kraken Shell, you got Supernova, you're going to have maybe BKBs up on this Morphling, the Mars. So there are ways to get around a lot of the Warlock's effectiveness in those team fights. As we do have ourselves the 2-for-2 bounty runes, game 1 with no contest. Plenty of wards around that mid lane.
One thing I don't like is the... Oh, yeah. Go ahead. You first, sir.
Just outside the Roche pit. Is that just scouting Earth Spirit?
The rune, yeah. Scouting any rotations, but also the rune, right? You just want to be able to see without it getting dewarded in any way. I don't think Earth Spirit's really going to be walking through that area, but you will see the Queen of Pain walking through that area. If ever.
Oh, an interesting one. Mars up against the Queen of Pain. I think
last time
Bo is right. Chris Luck is the only one we've seen do particularly well.
Particularly well against what?
Just on the Queen of Pain.
Oh, right. But you can see KXY right now beating up RoboZ. RoboZ's off to an awful start already. My God. Wait, did you just Shadow Strike a creep? Yeah, he did.
Well, he didn't hit the Mars, that's for sure.
Yeah, he did. But last time we saw this matchup, I'm pretty sure the Mars was doing pretty well. And right now, he's already lost quite a few creeps. KXY not actually lasting the creeps though himself.
Yeah.
Focus on applying the pressure.
keep that damage going onto the Mars. He's already forced a salve, delayed the bottle. He does have that null tally on the Queen of Pain though, so of course a bit of a slower bottle for her. But for now, it looks like Mars is going to be able to hold his own under his own tier 1 tower. Get a grasp on this lane as we can. Take a quick peek into some of these others. Down bottom, Earth Spirit plus Venomancer against Morphling Phoenix. So much damage over time and harassment coming out of them. So a lot on the on the shoulders of Shoulder. Yeah, pops his fairy fire. And he is unfortunately going to get run out. Deny, Teemo, beautifully done.
Poggers. That's awesome. Now you get the free TP. Come back to the lane with 4 resources.
Did he drop the Poggers?
I mean, that's what it was. It's just such a good play. I mean, you don't give away first blood. I was going to say, like, Phoenix Morphling lane, this is pretty bad, right? 0 stuns, 2 range heroes with both of them being very vulnerable if you get gone on, and neither of them able to really protect the other. But they can have a lot of impact in the mid and the late game. So greedy lane from Unknown.
Well, that's the roll and the Gale. Spirit.
Oh boy. Tipping to a tier 1. That's such a long TP!
Oh man. Does Phoenix have a salve? Phoenix does have a salve.
Definitely.
That's the important part.
Come on, Gary. If your post fight doesn't have a salve at all times in this current patch or in the last patches, you're getting kicked from the team.
There's something wrong. Something seriously wrong. Back into the mid lane, though. Looks like RoboZ has fully recovered and then some. 14-3 against the Quops 9-2. So even with KXY's very early aggression, now starting to slip. You know, this earlier bottle for Mars getting water runes, very, very effective.
Yeah, RoboZ's got that bottle earlier. KXY, he actually only got 2 last hits from the first 2 waves, although he had complete domination over the mid lane, which is kind of messing with him a lot at the moment, which allowed Mars to get ahead with. That being said, I have not seen... Last time I saw Mars play this lane, he went for the Bulwark. It kind of messes with Queen of Pain's last setting too, but he didn't actually go for it this time around.
Is that where you like toggle it on and off when she's going for last hits?
Yep, exactly.
It's like the old...
And
I was going to say the old Envy Bassy trick.
Yeah. Very, very scary. Very, very annoying.
Oh, look at that top lane. Gush, Light Strike Array. Angel gets the Shadow Word on him. Right clicks are coming from the Lina. Not enough with the Fairy Fire, especially there. Angel is all right, but you can see how dangerous it is with just Gush, Light Strike Array, and then right clicks into the minus armor. Lightstone's also up on Lina. It's an awful lot of harassment.
Bottom lane. This is it.
Gone in again.
Michael.
Oh, Phoenix doesn't have dive. Stuck in the trees. Fairy Fire and TP. There's no roll. It's just come off cooldown. They can't finish him off. But now this leaves...
this time they don't have a salve though. Uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh, Mariano, he's back in it with Gale up and running.
And they roll back into the Phoenix, catching out the SHGC hero, and it looks like Morphling's also going to die under his tower too. Yeah, the Urn Charge comes up.
Happen.
This is tragic for them. He pushes them back. Teemo is trying to shift into that strength with attribute shift. Is he slipping away? No, then the next Urn Charge rolling around, forcing him to circle that tier 1 tower. Another kick is a long drawn-out process, and he will finally die.
So he misses 2 creep waves worth of losses. He does get some of the experience, but now he's dead. Has the TP back bottom while morphing down. And the Phoenix TP base, right? So he can't also pick up this XP either. Jeez, this Venomancer's lane is going so well for Infamous right now.
Oh yeah, it's top notch. Like 20-4 for the Veno, 15-3 on that Morphling. Already out farming him. And you got your Queen of Pain. Starting to get up that ladder too.
Spirit can afford to TP mid to refill the bottle since Venomancer is very happy right now, and it doesn't even look like they can make a play onto the Veno. Oh, they're gonna try though. Mariano. They slow him with the dive. That's the best they got.
And here comes the Queen of Pain. KXY rotates at level 6. And this bottom lane just goes from bad to worse.
And he TP'd already, Gary.
So Teemo's stuck in Fountain.
Getting back bottom. Yeah, they're gonna have to smoke him up to get back to bot lane. And by the time he's there, Veno's already gonna be level 6.5.
And then Axel Warlocks come up for that double damage rune. Let's see if he can die to Roshan. Because RoboZ and Widge, they're there with a spear to finish him off. A 4-1 start in this laning stage from Infamous.
They got a little something, at least from that.
First kill up on the board.
Yep, and if we look at the Wraith King, we compare him to the Morphling Gary. We actually didn't take a look at top lane once, did we? But yeah, he's doing good. You know, just a casual farming lane. Nothing else really going on up here. Warlock just clicks the W onto the Wraith King. Wraith King hits creeps with Mortal Strike. Always going back to full HP.
Again.
Not
onto the Phoenix. He's already spent his dive, and they just keep moving onto him. Mariano and Michael killing spree for that Earth Spirit.
Teemo as well.
0-0-5 on the Venomancer, and Teemo rolled upon, silenced and controlled. There it is. Mars arrives. He's got an arena and a spear, and he needs something out of this. The kill on Mariano will give him a decent amount of gold and XP.
Yeah, but check out mid lane. KXY starting to push that in. Gonna start applying some pressure onto the tower. Morphling. I feel like Morph should just TP middle now, and Mars should just stay bottom. You can't have this Morph keep going back bottom against this Veno. He just got his number. Oh man, that's rough. And the worst part is, out of all this, with how much farm Veno's getting, he's gonna have an extremely early vessel in this game. And while the Morphling is struggling, when is he gonna build something that can actually remove the vessel?
That's a good point, yeah. Going for Morbid Mask first. And he's got like treads, Manta style. It's gonna be a good 20 minutes before he's able to actually deal with any of that. Around that top rune spot though, Queen of Pain holds position, has the roll from the Earth Spirit, but good dodge by RoboZ and actually grabs the regen, but a Sonic Wave flying his way. Forced to spear Michael back. KXY has Blink and Scream.
For the combo. He doesn't have enough mana, so just lets it go. And that's a really good thing for RoboZ now. He's got a regen in his bottle, able to go back to full. Sonic Wave is on cooldown. Morphling gonna feel a little bit of pressure being relieved from him. Not having to think about that. Ooh, nice spear.
The Queen of Pain. Ooh, actually catching her. Yeah. Wonderfully done.
Love that.
Also getting the two supports involved there. You know, Widge getting a kill, coming out of that top lane. Now hitting level 5 on the Lina just before 9 minutes clicks. So we're going to have a pretty fast Laguna Blade, and it looks like, yeah, she's got Arcane Boots already completed.
Really good. And it looks also like she's going to most likely go for the Solar Crest on her Lina with that Blightstone. And that's going to be good for the Mars especially, because you're going to have to play through this Mars a lot in this game. Morphling will not be able to do anything for a long time. Even the Earth Spirit is ahead of the Morphling in gold right now. That's not good.
It really isn't. Yeah, I had to keep scrolling my eyes down on that net worth pool. Like, wait, where's the Morphling? Yeah, 2.1k.
Looks like RoboZ and Phoenix, like they wanted to get a smoke play onto the Venomancer, but Earth Spirit breaks that smoke. Also gets the nice scan. Able to just get out.
Phoenix. They spear the Warlock. Do go diving behind that tier 1 to try and finish off Axel. Ritual claim in as Michael rolls onto the Mars. Now, where's the reaction from Infamous? It's the Queen of Pain who blinks in with Wraith King who's farming just nearby. A much bigger target for Infamous to claim as long as they can finish it. Shadow Strike ticking. Another roll ready. Doesn't catch the Mars. They need the blink from the Queen of Pain there and the Scream. Nobody to catch the quad, but she did go a bit aggressive as Morphling Teemo has also made his way into that mid lane as he's farming triangle now, given up completely on bot.
He's got that Morbid Mask. He cannot be playing into this Venomancer, who's got a Vessel, by the way. Yeah. And has taken bottom tower. Farming like a god right now on this Veno. Able to just dominate this bottom area of the map.
Trying to break past the barrier. Well, that Veno is so hard. I mean, he's gone for this real nice damage over time build. If anyone comes here, you know, spits out his ulti, spews the Venomous Scale, and of course, Plague Wolves will be coming in the next few minutes and levels, and that will be able to create himself a nice bunker down there.
I wonder if he's gonna go for Boots of Travels on this Venomancer. He's got a healing salve queued up, but Weesh. Goodbye, sir. Ooh, even a
kickback.
Magnetize being spent there. Interesting. Maybe he was thinking after the roll in, he might just TP out. So he just drops the Magnetize, make sure that Lina will die no matter what.
Yeah, dead is dead. And then a bit of a TP swap there. Mariano goes up top. I do move everyone else.
Wants to defend
The
his
spots on the
tower.
map to farm. Axel is smoked and level 6. KXY, with the help of the Golem, dropped on to Sacred. Fatal Bonds bouncing onto the creeps.
Ravage.
The Kraken Shell and a Ravage. They get back onto KXY. Diving forward, there's the Phoenix with some decent DPS. The Laguna Blade to take down the Quap. And Supernova potentially guarding Sacred and forcing Infamous back away from that target while Widge moves forward aggressively onto Axel. Diving in again, Mr. SHCCD will burn through the Warlock. Well, it looks like Mariana did tick down Sacred with his damage over time, and the Golem is coming. The fight just continues extending. Mariana's going to find a couple of them. Is he going to get a triple here? The Golem is going wild. Whack into Widge and a double kill for Axel.
That worked out in the end. I don't know how, but it actually worked out. And mid, they also get the reincarnation from Unknown. Yeah, they dropped the Golem onto a solo Tide. I'm like, are you sure you want to be doing that against the Hood? But works out in the end. They do lose the Queen of Pain, but Venomancer, look how strong he is right now. Level 11.5, 12 minutes into the game. So scary.
Bonkers.
What do you do against this Veno now? You can't even run into him because if you do, one or two of your heroes will be dead. Plus, everybody else will be so low, you can't really do anything after that. You have to go back and heal.
Seems pretty impossible. I mean, he's literally gone for like level 9 a couple of minutes ago, and you're right, almost level 12 now.
He's gonna go for the Hood.
Just defend.
Next. He's gonna be so tanky against all this magical damage from the side of Unknown. What we need to see to try to counter out this Veno, it's gonna be a Pipe on the Tide, which is what he got queued up right now, and the Phoenix with Max Sunray. You need to be able to bathe in that heal.
Yeah, just to keep your Morphling alive. It basically makes one lane unplayable, right? Wherever the Venomancer goes, you don't really want to be walking into that lane, so mid-tier 1 looks like what Mariana wants to defend right now, kind of giving up on the top defense.
He feels that the Warlock without the Chaotic Offering up is better to just go middle, push this lane in, apply your own pressure, essentially creating a better defense with a stronger offense.
That's the way of things, and it then forces Tide to do a very similar thing. Come in, bodyguard that tier 1, stop the push. I do leave the Mars up top.
Are you looking forward to this Fatal Bonds Poison Nova gameplay, Gary?
Oh, I absolutely am. 100%. It's a ridiculous amount of damage.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, Tidehunter can remove the Fatal Bonds with the Kraken Shell, but
yeah.
It's kind of weird how it works, okay? So you remove the Kraken, so you move the Fatal Bonds, right? But when you take damage as a Tidehunter, it still does damage to the other targets who are Fatal Bonds. Like, you don't take damage when other heroes take damage. But even if you remove the Fatal Bonds, I think you still take damage. Like, that's how it used to work. I don't know if they coded it any differently now. We'll have to
they found the Morphling.
Oh, man.
Oh, my
that Orchid.
God.
Jeez, Teemo has 0 game. I feel so bad for him. Orchid and Vessel, and they got it before he's even completed his Yasha.
And a Veil on Earth Spirit, who's level 8.
Oh,
just
man.
rolling and silencing him. Sorry, my brain's not working very well today, Theben. So if you Fatal Bonds the Tidehunter to some other people, and he removes the Fatal Bonds and hit the Tide, they still take damage?
Yeah. So the Tidehunter won't take damage, but when the Tidehunter does take damage, everybody else that was Fatal Bonds to him will take damage.
Interesting.
That's how it used to be. But again, like, I'm not sure if that's changed in the last year or so.
Everybody keep your eyes open. We need the power of Twitch chat, the power of crowds. So far Unknown, they're just sticking on their side of the river. And
Morphling again.
Oh, he's been magnetized, doesn't die, gets off the attribute shift and waveforms towards the Earth Spirit, but it looks like Michael should successfully TP home as the spear won't land.
Yep, they get.
And they force so many heroes up top to try and defend the Morphling that now the push mid, Sacred.
Oh man, I'm just watching 2 walls sitting middle, just chilling. You know, 2 brick walls. One Tidehunter, the other one's the Venomancer. Who's gonna fall first, Gary?
I think Tidon is gonna falter. He's gonna get whacked down by this Queen of Pain when she's back out on the map. She's got Sonic Wave ready, just needs to regen in Fountain.
Mariano.
And they will gather up around Mariano.
Yeah, no, not happening, guys. Not happening. It looks like Mariano's going for a Solar Crest too. He's gonna be the one building the utility Solar Crest for his carry hero. And I kind of dig it, because if you do use the Solar Crest offensively and you're like kind of the last one alive or just poking at someone, that can help you do a lot of damage too.
Still trying to look for a team fight here with a smoke from Unknown. Get behind Axel. Warlock pops the smoke. Mariano gushed up. And in comes Robo Z, but the Fatal Bonds with the Poison Over. That's a massive whack from Infamous. And is this a fight that Unknown can sustain with the Arena and Laguna player? They just roll out with Michael and the Sonic Wave there. Almost clears through the two big tanky cores. They're all back in. The force self-fuels. Now the Queen of Pain can focus in, but Sacred and Robo Z both dying. Widge falls, and it's just a massive massacre. A slaughter of the Radiant as Teemo's silenced, and it's just a wipe. They didn't lose anybody. It's
you can't see me, but my jaws just dropped. That bonds into Poison Nova, and I just knew Unknown, their game was over right there. Look at this. They go in. You get that nice juicy bonds, drop the golem, Poison Nova's out. Mariano's so tanky, you can't go on him anymore. And Unknown are thinking, like, who do we kill? They wanted to go for the Earth Spirit. He just rolls on out. Here comes the Sonic Wave. And that's it. It's a wrap.
And then the roll back in.
It's just a wrap. There's just so much random, like, damage everywhere.
How are you allowed to roll out of that arena, though? Oh, Widge. Well, he's walked into a freshly purchased Radiance on the Wraith King. Angel, a hero that we haven't really seen this game or talked about too much. He's been very casually farming, but 10,000 net worth. He is doubling up the Morphling, and they're chasing this Tidehunter down. Slow him with the Upheaval. You can't crack and shell Upheaval. Slowed. And now a stun back on the Wraith King. Robo Z, yeah, you're stuck in this bog, in the mire. Robo Z down to half HP, and the Phoenix focused by Angel. The roll misses. Oh, it doesn't. It catches Tide. They're kicking back in. Sacred, he's stuck now, and GG's called. It's 18 minutes in, and they just say, screw it.
Disconnect.
We can't win this one.
Yep. I mean, come on, guys. You picked Phoenix Morphling. You kind of deserve this. And then you deal with a Venomancer Earthspear who just absolutely smash your lane. Like, this might be one of the worst lanes you could pick in Dota 2, Gary. Like a carry support combo. And it's like super greedy. They got punished for it. And Infamous look good, man. Look good. What can I say? It's 18 minutes. It's not much to analyze. We've already talked about